Hey guys, Cryptic DP here, coming at you with another Doors video. But today I'm not going to be playing Doors necessarily, but we're going to be explaining the new coming update, the back Doors, coming out this summer with the new trailer, teaser trailer by LSlash the other day. So this trailer video is going to be hype up to the larger one that is coming out soon. We do not have a confirmed date yet, but the larger trailer will be out probably within the next few months due to it coming up to being summer. So let's begin with watching the trailer, shall we? And then we'll explain everything that we have compiled, and then yeah, let's do it. Alright, we have found this trailer really interesting, with loads of little things that came to pop up during this trailer. So let's begin with this. We've analysed everything, and I mean everything, from the dev logs, which is done by LSlash himself inside of the LSlash Discord. The link will be in the description, or LSlash's X account or Twitter, if you're a nerd about that. That will as well be in the link in the description if you guys want to see them firsthand. So, let's begin with what we saw. So first of all, this is a quality of life change, so this is confirmed. So as we do notice, we do need the bush trimmers and the skeleton key to access this subfloor. At the moment, we do not know if there's anything else required to access this subfloor, but these are really easy items to get doing a Doors run. So you can get the skeleton key from Jeff's shop for 300 gold, unless that changes in the update. And you can get the bush trimmers just from one of the cupboards in the garden area at door 89. It's hard to miss. Another quality of life change is that to access the outdoors area has changed from 99 to door 90, just to make it a lot easier. So anybody who struggles with the garden or the greenhouse area, this must be a W change for you guys. Not a big change, but you get me, it is a really quality of life if you really hate the greenhouse area. So let's get into the important part, which is the outdoors area itself. Inside the outdoors, we have to see a few important things, such as the area and how it looks. And in my opinion, this is my favourite Doors level design in the entire game, even being better than the hotel or even the mines. So that is a W improvement by LSlash. We get to see a cool garden gate that you might see a rich person's garden gate to be, Richie's, with a red button that probably opens the door to the area, with a fountain in the middle. Something else that we do notice in the side is that there's a little area with thorns on the side. There are birds that fly off the fountain as soon as the player comes closer to it, which is maybe a hint towards how the groundskeeper, the new boss for this area, may adapt to how the birds are singing. For example, two ideas in my opinion that could work are that the groundskeeper is able to communicate with the birds, Home Alone 2 style, or the sound of the birds flying away could draw attention to the player. Either way, there are so many room of possibility of what LSlash could do with this update, and I'm excited to see what can be done about this update. I'm really excited. More later on the groundskeeper though. We get to see in the next scene a log cabin that has a correlation to a dev log cabin that we've seen, which is on the screen now. That shows a gazelle on the fireplace area with a burning fire, which is obviously going to be the inside of the cabin, which could be lootable. I love the design of the inside of the cabin, and obviously there's going to be probably a lot more to see in the future. The next scene we get to see trees falling. So the trees falling probably is a little sneaky way of going underneath the tree to go to different areas, which seems really, really cool, and maybe being able to have multiple ways to go around the map, even with the water in the middle, could be a cool little addition. I don't know, LSlash, maybe if you're watching, maybe you can take some ideas. So the final scene, which is the one where we get to see a little glimpse of the groundskeeper, but we're going to move on to the groundskeeper a tad bit later on. We get to see two buildings. The one on the left looks like a shed where we can find maybe a few items. But the most important one is the door on the right. If you zoom in onto that door on the right, show you guys now, you get to see a lock. And that lock and that door looks really, really similar to another devlog of a opened door to maybe a chapel or another building with a purple petal inside or a purple flower inside on a cushion. I believe this correlates to another devlog where we get to see Ambush being crucified by a purple crucifix. With it's an enhancement to put on your items, maybe to make your equipment better in some way. But for a crucifix, I do not know how there is very room for much improvement. But you never know. And I'm really excited to see how LSlash obviously takes effect into this new thing and how it will look. As well, the purple effect on the bulk light with an image of the purple thing above the image of the bulk light at the bottom of the screen where you can see your items. That, I believe, as well enhances maybe the duration, maybe the, I don't know, the amount of light that gets seen, or maybe even turns the light purple, or maybe it's for cosmetic. I don't know. This is LSlash here. See the end of the trailer by the groundskeeper grabbing his hat off the table. We have found leaked images and the designs of the groundskeeper without, even though it's out of color, we can see by the textures and the shapes of the object that these are definitely a match with how the hand looks on this and how the hand looks on here, and even with the hat looking reasonably the same. Maybe this was a first idea of him, or maybe it could have been the current one. We do not know. Really excited to see how it looks in the actual game. We have, once again, with the grabbing of the hat looks like a scarecrow hat, so maybe he resembles a scarecrow. We do not fully know. So this part, we don't have any proof that this is a part of the back doors, and these will be a bit of extra things that we do find from now on. But in the devlogs, we have found a drawing of a map that is done that looks like a concept image of a part of the outdoors, which I believe to seem really cool. And by the looks of it, it looks like a bathroom type map. So maybe there is areas in the bathroom where you can find areas or find even secret areas with a part of it being blurred. At the moment, we do not know much more about that on how it correlates. But once again, if you have any ideas, put it down below and I will look at it. And maybe when the next one comes out, we'll have a look at it together when the new trailer comes out. A new feature that is coming to the game where you can load and save runs. This has actually leaked a specific feature. Well, not leaked a feature. This has leaked a few things. One, the first image, this image I'm going to show up right here is going to be how it's going to look. But there was a little extra meaning for this one as well. The top save file isn't the mines. It isn't the hotel. It's not the back rooms. It's not even the rooms. And to what I believe, that is the Terraria background, which is a little bit odd, but maybe it's supposed to resemble the gardens without showing extra images of the gardens or the outdoors. You never know. But I don't think this would be usually a big correlation until you have a quick zoom in onto the items inside of that specific run. A compass. Why do I believe that the compass is a big aspect to the outdoors? Is that one, you won't find a compass inside of a hotel. Why? You won't find a compass inside of a mines. Usually the compass wouldn't work very well. You won't find it in the back rooms. You won't find it in the rooms. So I believe that the compass will be used to maybe find items, navigate your way through the back doors and the gardens. maybe being able to be used as a item to find specific bosses or even locate other players. We do not know yet. But with a good feature like this, LSlash have much potential to the idea of this. And I'm really excited for this feature to become a thing, especially with how the compass will work and maybe how it's going to be designed. And then this is the final piece of evidence or final thing that is linked to the outdoors that I have at the moment, which is a audio file of what seems to be the sound of the back doors and how it's going to sound. So how the outdoors are going to sound, and then we hear the player dying. So we hear ambient sounds of the outdoors. Then we hear a few interactions or movements, could be either one. And then we hear the dying sound, following up by a little sound of a ghost. It could be dying to the groundskeeper, it could be drowning, it could be anything. But I believe that it's the groundskeeper due to the reasoning, how else could you hint the gardens without being too subtle, obviously. And I believe that is the only way to make sense. If you can take a listen right now, I will. So thank you for watching this video, and if you guys have any leads at all or even any ideas that could actually make sense for this upcoming update, please put them down below in the comment section, and when the new trailer comes out, there might be a good chance your ideas will be brought to light in that video. As well, anybody who does give any ideas that I put into my next video on this topic, I will especially put your information and the images and show your username on the YouTube video, unless you guys do not want to obviously give credit to the people that have given me these ideas. So yeah, let me know what your predictions are. And before I leave, I would suggest getting the most as much badges as you physically can, as a confirmed feature for the next update will be that badges allow players to gain new items. So, for example, maybe the new consumable or new item or currency that is Stardust. You can get revives from achievements now. You can get more doorknobs. Goodbye, everyone. See you guys next time. Peace out.